And I'm back for today. And previously we've been playing with this four-way relay switch, which just gonna show you on the screen right now, so you would know what am I doing. So that's the relay switch, and we were trying to hack it. So I figured out how to flash the custom software or write it, and I was kind of able to control some of it. And in the meantime, I was able to play around with this, and I think I figured out for most of the part how to do stuff with it. So what I'm going to do is continue hacking, and instead of writing a custom software right now, I figured out how to flash the specially written firmware, which is available via AFE website. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, I've discovered previously I've been making a small mistake. That's why it wasn't working, and well, this is what I'm going to rectify right now. So first of all, I need to go to the correct website. So let me just change this. So I've got in here a switch for a couple of different versions. So what I need to find the one that has one LED and 4 relays. So I will be able to find it. Let me have a quick look where I can find it. So this is not it. This is 2 LEDs. That's not this one. So I can close this. Can I go back? No. Can I go back in here? No. Where was this page? Yeah. So that's the version we're looking for. So it has up to 5 switches, 5 LEDs and 4 relays. So that's what we're going to do. Now, another thing to remember is that we have actually not ESP8266, but this piece of equipment, which is PSF B04, it's actually ESP8285, and that's why I had a problem with it. I've not noticed this earlier on, and I assumed this is 66 one. But since then, I figured out what I've been doing wrong, and what I have to do is just to grab correct firmware. So I've downloaded the correct firmware for this, and which is let me find it, because I just need to check for different firmware types, because I think this is the correct one, right? Yes. So I was grabbing this one, and I've downloaded already. And this is the firmware here. Let me just throw it on the. I've renamed it, and it's named 4-way bin. And right now, what we have to do is just to connect the programmer. So let me just swap the screens for you so you can see it better. And we're gonna connect the programmer. Let me just put this in. So in the previous live stream, I've basically connected everything. I've hooked it up to a ESP8285. So I connected 3 volts, 3.3 volts, then RX, TX, ground, and there is a GPIO of 0 to ground as well, and that's in here. And in order to flash it, I just need to reconnect the serial. So that's the way it goes. Now, to put it into flash mode, I actually needed to power the board itself as well, otherwise it wouldn't work. So I have to just disconnect this, put the GPIO 0 to ground, now connect the power and connect the serial adapter. And then after a couple of seconds, just let it go, and that's it, and it's in a flash mode. Now, on here, I've got PowerShell open in an ESP tool. If you don't know how to do all of this, I've got this linked onto my website. So just go for Son of Hacking, and you'll read all about this setup. So what we need to do is to write flash and I have my command in here, com port 11 write flash, and then forward bin. So let's do this, and in a couple of moments that's going to be flashed, and we'll be able to set it up. So everything's looking good. The flash is in progress. It's already 50%. It's getting quite quick, which is good. Nearly done. And it's done. Okay, so we've got that done. So I can disconnect the programmer and remove it so it wouldn't bother us. Now I need to reset this. So I'm just gonna disconnect it from the power and plug that back in. So now we have to put it into an AP mode. I don't know if it's automatically gonna go into AP mode, but the way what we have to do is let's search for the Wi-Fi first, because it's gonna have its own Wi-Fi. So let's have a look if it's still there. It should be listed as a AF. No. So what we have to do is just to press this button for a couple of seconds. So I'll give about 6 seconds or so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and when you release it, it should be flashing. It's not flashing yet. Did I hold it for too short? Let's try again. Let's hold it a little bit longer, and you should see LED flashing. Come on. There you go. So it's probably about 10 seconds before that happens, and in a second you should have a... It's not flashing constantly. Did I do something wrong? We'll see in a second. I'm pretty sure it worked before, so there's no reason for this not to work right now. I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer. Is it flashing it? Come on. It's still not flashing. And it's still not populating my Wi-Fi list on the access point. I'll just reset it a little bit longer. So just gonna make sure that there's no any power in there. And let's connect it again. Alright, it's doing its own thing. Let's hold it for a couple of seconds to get into flash mode, or setup mode. Interesting. Right now it's not going into the setup mode, which it had previously. So I wonder what's up with that. There's nothing in here that should be really triggering it. So hold it again, see what's gonna happen. Right, it was a dirty flash, so what I'm going to do, okay, it's blinking, no, it's not blinking now. It was a dirty flash, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a clean flash, so you're just gonna delete the previous, something's going on right now. No. To make sure everything's alright, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to erase the flash and then flash it again. So that should delete the flash from the drive. from the flash drive there, and we need to put it into a flash mode again. So power cycle, hold the button, connect this, and upload the software. So probably we shouldn't be right flash, forward wave, and yeah, that's correct. So I guess we just shouldn't be flashing it over the previous one. It's a couple of seconds so the upload's over. That's done. It's resetting now. So I can disconnect this and disconnect the power, remove the programmer, and connect the power again. I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds for it to connect and to boot properly. Okay, this is how it should flash, so let's see if it's in the AP mode already. Yes, it is. Now I can see it on the list in here, and it's connecting to AFE device. Connected, no internet. Excellent. So if you're gonna go now to Wi-Fi details, it'll tell you that the gateway is 192.168.5.1. and this is where we're going to connect. So let's connect to this, and this is the firmware setup menu. So you can set up a couple of things in here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to connect it to network and put it onto my screen so I could do it from a desktop. So what I'm going to only do is just to go to network and enter the credentials for my Wi-Fi and save it. I'm just typing that in. And save it. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if I have to restart now, because I just don't want to finish the configuration yet, but I'm going to have a quick look if I can access it. Probably not just yet, but not yet. Okay, so that has been saved. If I'm gonna finish the configuration, it will probably just do that. Oh, it's okay. I think it's right now stopped being AP point, and I should have it available via web browser. So let's just wait for that to reset. It's still available locally, so it didn't connect in here. No. Okay, so probably I would have to finish the configuration. So let's do this and finish the configuration. Let's go to looking for the Wi-Fi again. We've got Wi-Fi, so let's go there and finish the configuration. And got disconnected for some reason. Connected, that's fine. Same IP, all good. Okay, so we have a network in here. Great. It's keep dropping off actually. So close. Let me just reset that. I'll see what's gonna happen if I'm gonna just reset this. And whether it's gonna be linking to Wi-Fi or not. It's actually, I'm not sure. It's already here. Okay, so it's still in AP mode. Yes. So I'm gonna click on Finish Configuration, and it will reboot the software, and that should be it. Now, if I'm gonna go here, it's loaded. You can see this. So I'm just going to minimize this, and you can see the firmware in here. So this is the device. I can rename the device and configure the device. Settings, rebooted progress. So it will be okay. So if I'm gonna go to this, I need to wait for this to reconnect, and I'll have access to this again. So I can rename the device. I have 1 LED, 4 relays, number of switches. I have 2 switches. I want MQTT and I want HTTP API enabled. So that's great, and let's save this. Cool. Now LEDs, GPI, change lightning to opposite. So we have LED 1, which is linked to I think GPIO 13 because it's blinking, so we don't do anything. Now relays configuration, we have 4 relays, and they all have a name switch 1 to 2, 3 and 4. Now we can configure how you're doing stuff and what they're gonna do on the reconnect, and you could configure the GPIOs. For now I'm just going to leave the GPIOs and write it down, because I don't know what's the default one. So there is a 12, I know there is a 15, there is a 5, there is a GPIO 4, and there is a GPIO 415 on the last one, right? Yes, that's correct. And switches on GPIO 0 and 9, so let's make a note, 0 and 9. So this is our default configuration there. Right, so you can change the language in here. You can do firmware upgrade, reset to original state, and finish the configuration. Now, before we go that, I'm just going to hit the MQTT broker, and you can configure your MQTT, and that's my local IP, so 193.168 even, and then 1 and then 183. This is my, have a username and password. And now what they suggest is to do is start with and finish with a slash, because I read that in the documentation. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to device and then do 4-way. Okay, so device 4-way. So I'm just gonna make a note on this and save it. Cool, and I guess we're just gonna finish the configuration, and that's done. And now that's gonna be rebooted. And last thing we need to figure out is what are the controls for our Node-RED. And the controls for our Node-RED, it's gonna be available in a moment. I already have an MQTT broker set up, and I'm going to use probably MQTT broker to communicate, and everything else going to be, all the HTTP endpoints going to be going to my Node-RED instead of directly to the device. I think it's a more healthy option. So it's still rebooting, I guess, and it's applying the settings. I'm just waiting for this to be available. In the meantime, this is my HTTP setup, Node-RED setup, so we need to change this, and that's going to be controlling of our MQTT. Right, that's done. and we need to learn what sort of payload we have to supply in here in order to get that connected. So, right, this is already working, so let's have a look in the documentation. There is a firmware MQTT. Okay, let's go to MQTT article. Now this is in Polish. Fortunately, I know Polish. So there's a couple of things. So let's so there's the default format of MQTTs, a place of the device and the name of the device. Now there's configurations of the switch, so that matters as well. And let's have a look. Every switch has to have a different name. For example, lamp. The name of the switch comes into the MQTT topic, which is used to control the switch itself. Like bedroom lamp, or bedroom is defined in a MQTT broker as a topic. Okay, so our MQTT is apparently device 4-way. So this is our topic. Now the question is, do I have to submit today the switch one? I believe so. I think let's try this, because this is the first switch on my relay, and hopefully that'll work. And what kind of payload do I have to submit? Let's have a look. So so right now we're gonna assume that living room front. So for us it's our device 4-way switch 1. Okay, so in here configure switch. Okay, so living room front and command state, command switch. Okay, so we need to supply this, and that's gonna be on and off. So let's try it. Switch. What was this? Switch command CMD, and like this. Done. And we need to have a string which is on. Done, and the same string which is off. Done. Deploy. Double check. And we don't need this, we don't need this. Double check, so on off. That seems legit. Okay, let's check. Right, nothing happened. And nothing happened as well. So let's investigate a little bit further. There's a toggle get default state on off. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we're doing wrong. Default blocker topic is set correctly. Quality of service maybe retain. No, let's change the quality of service and see if it helps. Okay, it's nothing going on. There are two possible reasons. Reason why switch 1 isn't configured correctly with the GPIO. Let's switch to switch 2. Still nothing. Switch 3. Still nothing, very unlikely, and switch 4. Still nothing. Okay, let's go to the settings again. So settings, and that's gonna make a reboot. And I know that one of the relays is connected to a GPIO 15. So we're gonna use this as our setup. So we have relay, and we're gonna go, so that was switch 4. Yeah, that's already switch 4. Let's put it to on and on. Okay, so let's have a look. Save. So this is switch 4, which is to 15, and we know this is working. So finish configuration. And let's wait for this to reboot, and then hopefully that's gonna get working. So I really hope that's gonna get working. So I guess in a second it's gonna be ready. Let's have a look if it's ready. Should be available in the panel here. I think it's still rebooting. And once connected, it should actually set the state to on. We'll see what's gonna happen once. I think it's still rebooting. Come on, little switch. Okay, it starts to blink, and I guess it should set one of the relays to on. Okay, so it's connected, definitely connected to broker. So it's a matter of getting the messages right now. So on, no, no. Okay, so a change of plan. We're gonna delete all. Say the topic like this, deploy. Okay, message. Because we can set the topic in here. So let's try to set the topic like this. And same here. We're gonna try with a slash and without slash, done, deploy. Nope. No dice. For some reason, no dice. Okay, let's double check. So MQTT assigned to device intersection MQTT broker living room front. So we have this correctly because it's a device 4-way, and I've copied it, so there is no way there is a mistake. Now this is a complete topic in here, so it's definitely should be part of the topic. So let's go back and let's make switch 4. It's command done, deploy, and change this, remove the topic from here, done, and remove the topic from here, done, deploy. Oh, excuse me. Hey, and it works now. I don't know what I did, maybe I spelled something wrong, but it is working now, and it's selecting the switch number 1. Okay, so let's copy this a couple of times, and 4 times to be precise, you know for what reasons. So we're gonna have a switch 1, we're gonna have switch 2, we're gonna have switch 3, and we're just gonna link it everywhere so that we can turn them on and off together. Excellent, deploy. So now if I'm gonna try this, off, on. Okay, so LEDs, I don't think LEDs are assigned right now, so let's do it one by one and see which one's kicking off now. So deploy. And let's see, this one's working okay, right? It actually works on the opposite one for some reason. I think it's inversed. Because this is off and this is on, so it looks like the GPIO is inversed itself. Okay, and let's have a look if we have that makes one by one, and we're gonna be configuring the what they call the GPIOs, because there's a couple of GPIOs to pick from and the LEDs to assign, so we need to figure out which one are they. Okay, and this way I can control one by one. If you got any questions, obviously just throw them in the chat. That's deployed. Let's see if it works. Which one? I don't know which one it is. It is the same. Okay, interesting. Switch to. It is the same. Oh. Let's check the naming convention then in our switch. Because something tells me I have something wrong with the configuration. So settings. And we have to wait a little bit. And that's going to reset everything. And we're going to make some notes and see what needs to be assigned. Shame there is no like a quick checkup. So number of switches, number of relays. We have 4 relays. Number of LEDs. We have 1 LED, right? Actually, no, because I think what we should do is 5 LEDs. Because the big one and LED for each relays counts as well. So let's do this. Save. And let's go to relay 1. Yeah, and this is LED 1, okay. GPIO 12, switch 1 in stays. And let's just set it all to on, save. Relay 2. I'm not going to change any GPIOs. Just gonna add relay 3. No action, just on. And this way I'll probably know if they assign to correct GPIOs once they connected to broker. And 15, this one's work, and that's LED 4. Save. Okay. So I want to. So this is GPIO relay switch controlled by the switch. So you can control the switch. I'm not sure if I want this. What's the other option? Controlling only the relay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not going to play with this one. I'm just going to finish the configuration and restart it. And this time, hopefully. Now, these should all turn on once connected to MQTT. So hopefully that's going to be a thing. Let's see which one of them is going to connect. So far, nothing. It's nothing on the switch 1. Nothing on the switch 2. And switch 3. is using the same. Okay, so for some reason switch 3 and switch 4, they have the same connection. Yeah, it shouldn't really. Definitely the problems in here, so let's go to the settings mode. So switch, what was it? Switch 4 and switch 3 was switching the same relay. Switch 3, GPIO 4, switch 4, GPIO 15. Oh, I don't understand this. The name changes, not so bright. LED number 3 and LED number 4. Yeah, interesting. Let's have a look at LEDs. Okay, change the lighting to opposite. Okay, so this is the GPIOs. Okay, so we have a couple of LEDs that are assigned to different pins as well, so that's another thing that we have to play with. We need to find the correct GPIOs for this board. Oh, it's going to be a lot of hunting here. So I guess they should be assigned to the same pins. So let's say LED 5, it's going to be assigned to GPIO 15. No, sorry, that's LED 4. Sorry, LED 4. This is, let's say 0. This one, say 5, this one 4, and this one 12. And system LEDs. So system LED doesn't count. System LED is actually counts as separate. So we should change the number of, let's save this. I should change the number of LEDs to 4. So let's go to device. Number of LEDs to 4. Save this again. Now go to LEDs. 14, 5, 4, 12. Okay, I think that's better now. And LED 1, LED 2, LED 3, and LED 4. Okay, let's finish the configuration file. So we have some unwanted action on the reset, and okay, I have one more pin. Oh. Okay, so I think the next task for this is just to figure out which GPIO is connected to which pin, because that's all that's left, and just to connect it. So it's going to be a trial and error. I'm going to look into some documentation maybe I'll find on this board how this is laid out, so it would be a little bit easier, because otherwise it's going to be a lot of different combinations. But just wanted to continue this stream and show you that I've actually was able to flash the provided software. So if you're interested, I'll be writing a full tutorial once I figure out everything using this, so you could just follow step by step and not to get in trouble like me for about 2.5 hours. So that's the plan. For now, I guess that's all. And thanks to all of you that were watching, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna probably use some of the footage from this live stream to in my tutorial, or maybe run completely new one. It really depends on how I want to organize the guide. And in a couple of days the guide should be ready, and we're gonna be talking about also the Sonoff devices, so flashing one of these for Sonoff. It's gonna be fun. Maybe I should start with the Sonoff and work my way there. Anyway, thanks so much guys for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.